Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in that slow, long, relaxing breath, and as you exhale, feel a wonderful sense of release. Any feelings of frustration, tension, any stresses, allow those feelings to be released and feel them leaving your body in that outward breath. And when you breathe in longer and deeper. But imagine breathing in a wonderful feeling of optimism. That as you breathe in, your belief in a brighter future, a more successful future, feels natural. And when you exhale, any doubts, any frustrations, any feelings of hesitation, just allow that to feel like you're letting it go. And the more you breathe in deeply, the more optimistic you feel, and the longer that outward breath is, the more you feel you're letting go of these things you've been holding on to. And there is a discrepancy between perfectionism and high standards. Hold on to the high standards, but let go of the need that everything needs to be perfect. It never will. As you breathe in optimism, feel that you can recreate things at their very best, not by looking for perfection, but by a relentless focus on small wins, incremental progress. As you think of the best people you've ever worked with, they became valuable by constantly getting better. They weren't perfect on day one. They had high standards, a willingness to learn, and they got better. I want you to imagine looking in to a full-length mirror and seeing yourself early in your career. See the clothes you would have been wearing back then, your posture, and see that what you lacked in experience you made up for in ambition, energy, determination, and maybe other resources. I want you to get a sense that there's always a trade-off. And as you start thinking about building a team, do you find someone that has potential? Or do you find someone that is already doing the thing that you now need? Just because you were able to turn your potential into a reality doesn't mean everyone will. And not everyone wants to. So allow yourself to give permission for everyone to follow their own journey. And sometimes choices people make can be brutal teachers, but that's their lesson to discover, and you don't have to be the teacher. I want you to see in that full-length mirror the resources that would be most useful for you now. See yourself at the very beginning, before you had achieved the records, the successes, the reputation. You just had raw potential. And then imagine stepping into that mirror and reactivating all of that raw potential. Because if you can harness all of those resources that you had back then, combined with the experience and reputation you have now, that's a superpower. So feel those resources not just awakening, but amplifying. If there was motivation back then, amplify it. If there was optimism and self-belief, amplify it. Believe that for every problem, there are multiple solutions. Believe, without a shadow of a doubt, anything that you've achieved before can be achieved again. A great team that you've built before was not luck. Choices were made. A culture was created. If it was done before, it can be done again. But what if this new chapter doesn't have to be a repeat of an old chapter? What if this new chapter has a few twists and turns and different things to try? Within this mirror world, I want you to discover a table with a crystal ball. And when you found that crystal ball, let me know by nodding your head. A mirror reflects. A crystal ball projects. So as you stare into the crystal ball, I want you to imagine one of many futures exactly as you want it. I want you to see a future where you're doing the best you've ever done. But let's imagine a future that you're doing it in a different way. Rather than people on the payroll, with holidays and sick leave, I want you to imagine a team that you've built with people in a different part of the world. Imagine you've taken the time to really clarify those things that you can outsource. And then imagine taking the time to harness checklists and processes already created, or to turn them into something like a video recording or something else to make it super easy to follow. A great philosophy is to test, not guess. To evaluate, not hope. And if you're looking for someone that can do these things, test them until you find them. And when you find them, reward them well. No speculation, evaluation. And in that crystal ball, I want you to see where you found someone that can free up so much of your time by following processes consistently, that you pay them way more than they're used to getting because they create value for you. There is loyalty, there is competency, there is value. Everyone wins, nobody loses. And I want you to see the impact of having 1, 2, or even 3 people remotely doing things that add so much value? What if you can cover more ground than ever before? What if you can get better results working less hours, doing more with less? What if you become obsessive about delegating and outsourcing everything you don't need to be doing? Is that not freedom? When you get the upside, but without it all falling on you. And then imagine adding artificial intelligence as a tool that these outsourced professionals use. You don't have to worry about spelling and grammar. I want you to get a sense that outsourced resources empowered with powerful technology can give you the ability to do so much more. There are software companies right now producing 10 times the amount of code with half of the developers, because all of those developers are using artificial intelligence to check and amplify their code. And if a software company can do that, maybe you can do that. The things that would take half an hour to do manually might only take a minute or so using artificial intelligence to research and check. So as you look into that crystal ball, I want you to see a team different from the team of the past. I want you to see a team where it's you with outsourced professionals, responsible people that don't need to be prodded, nudged, micromanaged. I want you to see a team of people that want to do good work, know how to do good work, will deliver that good work on time. And using AI means they get to do more of that work quicker. And I want you to imagine the ripple effect that would have on your business. See yourself breaking records, exceeding previous personal bests, becoming the best you've ever been, but also see yourself doing the best by any other metric, climbing up league tables, records boards. See yourself in the top fraction of a percent worldwide, knowing that you've done something that addresses where we are now in history. There was a time that the pool of talent that you could hire from had to be within a geographical distance from a particular location. What if now you get to get the very best in the world and pay them proportionate to the results that they deliver? What if you're able to do more, accomplish more, and pay less, and everyone is happy? And if you could imagine that future, let me know by nodding your head. I want you to get a sense that there may be ways of scaling this even more. Let's plant a seed of an idea that there is an unexpected opportunity by following this path. What if while you're on this journey, you discover an opportunity that no one else has noticed yet? Something that gives you that first mover advantage. Something that when you discover it, you get to be the person that leverages and harnesses that and gets the benefit by doing it first. What if while you're on one journey, you discover a path that takes you to even greater heights? Heights of fulfillment, satisfaction, financial rewards, and the quality of your life. Sometimes unexpected treasures are found on new, exciting paths. When the early explorers discovered the Americas, they were looking for spices and new vegetables, not gold. Gold was just the side effect of them looking for something entirely different that they discovered on their way. And I wonder what gold you will discover when you explore new possibilities. But allow yourself, while you're exploring these possibilities, to also take the very best strategies of the past. While you've outsourced so much, you could be looking for that person you can rely on. Keep your standards high. Don't settle for mediocrity, but make the game winnable for you and for anyone else playing that game. Allow these seeds of ideas to be planted deep in your subconscious mind, where your intuition will reveal epiphanies and ideas, strategies that will excite and motivate you. And allow all of that optimism to give you a sense that this wonderful future is not a possibility. It is inevitable. It is a destiny of your own creation. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel like you're returning to the here and now, taking all of these thoughts, ideas, and feelings with you as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.